Hi, I'm JC and I'm here to help you practice your English. The other day I was working with one of my students, an intermediate level student who speaks fairly well, and I noticed that the student had a problem which a lot of intermediate students do, and it is using two adverbs, always and still. Now, always is used when an action is repeated or happens all the time or will probably never end. Example, you hear people saying to their partners, "I will always love you," or "I will always be with you." Now, they say this because in their minds they think that they are going to be with this person maybe all of their life, right? Now, what about still? Now, still is used when an action started in the past and is still going on now. See it? I said still and is still going on now. So it continues. It's not finished. Now, I think of something like, for example, I think of my parents. They met when they were very young, say in their early 20s, and after living together, being married for over 30 years, they were still together. Okay, they were still together. So we see that still can be used when something started in the past and is going on now. All right? Now, if you'd like some other explanations about still and always, you can refer to any grammar book. I have one grammar book which did a very good job of explaining still and always and gave quite a few examples. There are no exercises in this book. It's a reference book. Now, unfortunately, the book doesn't appear to be in print anymore, but there are secondhand copies available on the net. Example, Amazon. All right? So if you're interested in learning a little bit about grammar, this gives you good practical examples. Now, if you can get your hands on this book, fine. If you can't, there are other grammar books available too. So it's up to you to decide whether you want something that is probably explained in your own language, or maybe you want one that is explained just in English, like this book. It's all in English. There's no other language used in this book whatsoever. So now let's do an exercise together. I'm going to show you 12 sentences. Now it's up to you to decide whether you should complete these sentences with always or still. All right, I'll show you the sentence on the screen. I'll give you a few seconds to decide what you would use, and then I'll give you the correct answer. At the same time, I'll ask you to repeat these sentences after me. It'll give you good pronunciation practice. Are you ready? Number 1. Answer: has your spouse always worked in the hospitality industry? Repeat. Has your spouse always worked in the hospitality industry? Number 2. Answer: Sandra is still studying Spanish after all these years. Repeat. Sandra is still studying Spanish after all these years. Number 3. Answer: I always like to have my morning coffee with a bran muffin. Repeat. And you know this is true. I always like to have my morning coffee with a bran muffin. Number 4. Answer. Do you still need a lift to the meeting tomorrow? Repeat. Do you still need a lift to the meeting tomorrow? Number 5. Answer. Even though my math teacher explained the solution to the equation, I still don't understand the procedure. Repeat. Even though my math teacher explained the solution to the equation, I still don't understand the procedure. Number 6. Answer. Are we still on for lunch today? Repeat. Are we still on for lunch today? Number 7. Answer. When we visit Nova Scotia, we always like to have lunch at Peggy's Cove at least once. Repeat. When we visit Nova Scotia, we always like to have lunch at Peggy's Cove at least once. Number 8. Answer. Do you know if they are still serving brunch at the bistro on Sundays? Repeat. Do you know if they are still serving brunch at the bistro on Sundays? Number 9. Answer. Every summer, our neighbors' children always sign up for day camp activities. Repeat. Every summer, our neighbors' children always sign up for day camp activities. Number 10. Answer. My father always enjoyed sitting in his backyard, admiring his flower garden. Repeat. My father always enjoyed sitting in his backyard, admiring his flower garden. Number 11. Answer. Even though Dominic had knee surgery 2 months ago, he still goes on his long morning walks in the neighborhood. Repeat. Even though Dominic had knee surgery 2 months ago, he still goes on his long morning walks in the neighborhood. Number 12. Answer. Canadian geese always fly south in the fall. Repeat. Canadian geese always fly south in the fall. Well, how did you find this exercise? Did you get 12 out of 12? I hope so. If you didn't, go back and do the activity again with me. And like I said, get yourself a grammar book or go online and do some more research and maybe do some more exercises if you still have problems using always and still. Well, I'm going to leave you for today and I'll say goodbye and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.